if you look at within recent times, you see the young officers on the streets, no ID, no good progress. The first thing you must do is to protect the officer whose duty is to protect the citizen. So before we go buying a lot of things, let us protect the officer. Let us show him that listen, we care about you. So we want to give you something that will at least assist you as you perform your top duty. First thing, protection of the officer. So then he can be confident enough to go any part of trying to do and defend our good citizens.
Minister, there's a postcard that has been missing for more than 2 months. Do you know, how are you planning to handle that situation?
This morning, down at Point Fortin, I had a conversation with a relative. And I plan to meet with the family. And again, some of these things might be handing over to Mr. Sturge, who is in charge of defense. So let us wait, let us communicate to the family, and then with the Coast Guard unit, and then we'll see how we're going from there.
Again, bring you back to the first question. What do you intend to do with in terms of the trust in the citizens and the police service? Because more than often, you see a lot of corrupt police officers. For example, even recently, you see a police officer was recently arrested and charged in terms of extortion and kidnapping. What do you intend to do to that for that?
Listen, the police service have a mechanism and a system in place to treat with officers who's deemed rogue. And we could only be for that, and let it continue. Yeah? But we must also do things to remotivate officers into thinking that no, we are no longer just police officers, but we are needed by our citizens for safety and security. So what I'm doing that we will assist law enforcement to treat with persons who seem rogue. Some of these persons are not rogue per se, because the strange thing is, you put them before the court. And what happens?
On bail.
Huh?
They all on bail.
And they win their matter sometimes. Right? So we need to understand and talk to the legislators and the justice system as to what is the real threshold we need in order to get a perfect prosecution of these persons and not just guessing.
Prime Minister talked about home invasion laws. Any initial plans, comments?
Yeah, well, after the law is created, then you will see. I suggest that men may not want to ever enter a person's home again. A home is a man's castle, and he must defend his castle by any lawful means necessary.
Speaking about defending a castle, with regards to firearm users' licenses, what was it take, or how are we moving forward with it?
Okay. More stringent, but timely. Response to application for firearm.
The requirements be different, or similar procedure, what is it?
Well, we might change one of the requirements. However, every citizen entitlement remains the same.